Alright, what's up everybody? This is Zacharias. We are back again with more of Avadon 3, the Warborn. Let's go ahead and continue. Apparently we're supposed to sneak out here. Try our best not to get caught. And supposedly, game-wise, it is nighttime. So that's why those guards didn't see me right away. Ooh. Let's try again. I do want to try to get out of here without being caught if I can. So yeah, don't hang around too long. The inner series of cool, damp tunnels. They were originally dug centuries ago, and Dheless's workers recently dug them out again. Tons of supplies were piled in the passages and chambers. It didn't look like any supplies were being hauled in through the front door, so you dare to hope the complex might have a rear exit. You don't hear any guards, but there are sure to be some. Okay. So I think the general idea here is to sneak as much as possible. And I can't believe we are close to the end game though, because of how we're getting through this, and we didn't even make it to level 30. Okay, right now I am focused on my main objective here of trying to get to the star. I mean, I could, once I got caught by that guard, I could have stayed and see what that dialogue said. But then again, I want to have my, I don't mind just trying to sneak past. At least I can do Battle Frenzy for myself here. Yeah, honestly, in hindsight, I probably could have done more quests to get to level 30 faster, rather than skip a few, but I don't know how the effects of those long-term would have been. But that is something I'll figure out on my, It feels good to have a Blade Master, though, because I can manage this a little bit better. Because I haven't even had to use any potions or anything. I could just go through here. You finally emerge from the meeting hall. This clearing is full of wagons and empty crates. As you expected, this is where the supplies for the enemy lair arrive. The forest isn't quiet anymore. In the distance, you can dimly hear shouting. Has your escape been discovered? Have rescuers arrived? You can't be sure. At least there are no guards out here. You might be able to slip away in the chaos. Redbeard's reinforcements can find Dheless. Oh boy, do I have to fight them? Oh no 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 no! I did not want to skip any of that. I did not want to skip any of that though. Crap! Can I load an autosave real quick? No! I don't want to skip any of that. Okay, you know what? Let me just go ahead. Let me just go ahead and come back to this because I don't want to skip any of that dialogue. All right, we're back. This time I actually did a better job of getting out of there without having to fight anything. Or, well, I still had to fight like those beasts and stuff and kill a guard, but that was about it. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and do this interaction here. You're starting to think that your escape from the ruins was unnoticed. This isn't the case. Your old guide, Alia, is waiting for you. She is accompanied by a large group of top 1 guards. Their weapons are out. She stands in front of them, unafraid. With a little smile, she says, "If you head this way, you will miss a meeting. Also, didn't I ask you to stay put? It's not unreasonable to flee a prison." I agree. Being in prison is intolerable. That is why we Farlanders started this war. Not that your masters in Avadon would ever understand what we have been through. Fine, you figured me out. I only hope you aren't surprised, Raylan. We knew who you were before you had even finished talking to Otho. Your tricks were clumsy and obvious. Really? How did you figure it out? Well, wait. Your disguise is starting to irritate me. She snaps her fingers. Sparks fly from them. Your skin tickles. Redbeard's magical disguise fades away. The giveaway was that tracking crystal you dropped. Such cheap, clumsy magic. I sensed that something was amiss before you ever reached our gates. The stone casting out that much power could never be hidden. We smashed it minutes after you dropped it. But the crystal did send out our location. The ruins of Antidia are vast. Your friends might be hunting for you, but the crystal only called for them for a short time. To find you based on that, Redbeard would need the help of one of the finest eyes of Avadon. Avadon abandoned Redbeard. I don't think he has the resources to find you. You wonder where Lyra is now. Wisely, you don't mention her existence. If this is true, why did you let me in? You were already here. We figured that we might as well imprison you. I thought I might pull secrets out of your mind before your execution. Betrayed by a faulty spell. Typical. Now Alia can't help but laughing. Faulty? The spell worked perfectly. It was easy to detect because it was meant to be detected. Who told you? Then she realized what happened. Redbeard. It was Redbeard, wasn't it? He told you the crystal couldn't be detected, and you believed him. The guards share a long, hearty laugh. Won't tell you anything. Yes, you will. I will make sure of it. The Avadon dungeons know lots of tricks, but so do I. Several guards pull out pairs of shackles. Enjoy the fresh air. You will never smell it again. There is one thing we will need to know right away, and that is, you will avoid a lot of pain if you tell me right now where then Alia is interrupted. To the south, beyond this closed gate, you hear crumbling stone, then a large bang. All your foes' heads turn. They weren't expecting this. You turn and see the gate start to open. Then there are familiar faces on their side. When Alia sees who it is, she can only say, "It's not possible. They found us so fast." And then your fellow hands enter the grove. Alright, so we get some hands. We didn't even get to use the Inferno turret. Dang, there are a lot of enemies coming for us now. Try to take me to the Avadon dungeons, huh? See about that. You're not going to be able to do diddly squat. Oh, come on, really? That didn't, like, hit her? That's what you get. I'm pretty sure we're in the end game, so I don't really see a point of picking these up, but whatever. Yes, my companions came to the rescue there. Coming in clutch. Nathalie looks around to make sure the path is clear. Then she looks at you. Come on, Avadon raiders are attacking the fort from the front. We're supposed to secure this road. We need to search for traps or guards. In the distance, the shouts are joined by screams, explosions, and the clashing of metal on metal. The attack is in full force. There is one man waiting for you in this grove, or at least one man you can see. You try to move forward unseen, but he says, I know you are there, Raylan. You instantly recognize the voice. It is Dheless. We need to talk, and we have little time. Step forward, no harm will come to you. It's hard to trust him, but he's blocking the only path out. You walk forward. Once again, you are face to face with Dheless. It's not like when you met him in the arena of the Warborn. There is nothing holding you back from him. Also, he is pale and his fists are clenched. He is only now realizing that all is lost. When you approach him, he stands up straight and gathers up the last few scraps of his dignity. So, Raylan, I heard you found me. I wasn't surprised. You are impressed by how casual he can act. He looks like he's about to collapse. We are about to have one final parley, aren't we? One final chat. I am glad. There is a little I want to say before then. I have you at last, monster. As Dheless looks up at the sky and takes a deep breath, you draw your weapon. As you lunge forward, he looks at you. When you look into his eyes, you realize that there are no tricks here. It's not an ambush. Dheless is exhausted, finished. You delay your attack for a moment. Dheless says, Thank you, Han. This will be our final conversation. You will be able to start stabbing me soon enough. A final conversation? He ignores the question, instead taking another deep breath. His body is tense and his hands are still clenched, but his expression is peaceful. Fresh air. Forest. At least I appreciated them once. Not before now. Always so distracted. This conversation has taken an unexpected turn. We don't have long to talk. Avadon is coming. Dheless keeps looking up at the sky. I know. They are already destroying our base. I hope some of us will survive. I doubt it. Avadon is so thorough. That turned out to be the main problem. Wasn't there something you wanted to say? Dheless looks down at the ground, staring at the leaves and pine cones as if he's never seen them before. He's starting to tremble. Did I ever tell you my story? It is... The pact is strong, but the far lands are strong too. We could match you, but we are too spread out. Then one young nobleman thought... If the far lands could be brought together, they could match you. It was only a problem of diplomacy, getting them all to work together. I'm already bored. It will all end soon. Anyway, I had the idea. I would bring the far lands together. So what did you do? I traveled. It took years just to be taken seriously, to find the right people to talk to. The true leaders of Chimeria, the sea masters of Svargald, to find ogres who would talk to me and not eat me afterwards. It was a vast, delicate conspiracy. My life's work. So Redbeard was right about you. Yes, I know he was mocked much. They thought he was an old paranoid for detecting my conspiracy, trying to fight it. He was right all along. Avadon. The problem was always Avadon. You forged the alliance. Yes, it was a miracle. I avoided rivals, assassins, hungry ogres. Avadon. Always Avadon. Treaties were signed. The plan was made. And then, finally, 3 years ago, we attacked. And then you lost. We lost. He bends over, picks up a rock, and looks at it. A mundane piece of stone, but it fascinates him. He is starting to look distinctly unwell. We might have won, you know. It came down to a few battles. We lost them. We didn't have to. It didn't have to be that way. The pact was confused, but it stayed together. It was forced to. Then, I finally realized... What did you realize? Avadon was a real enemy. Always was. I don't know how the pact can live under it. It's fear, tyranny. It can destroy you at will. But it crushes weakness, kills dissenters, keeps you together. As long as Avadon stays intact and powerful, the pact lives. A nightmare, but united and strong. Avadon is the shield of the pact. You are. See that now. Thought you were just spies, thugs. Didn't see true strength. He almost collapses, but he manages to stay upright. Must end soon. I have final request. You have a final request. Yes, you have seen see the true nature of Avadon. It's cruel, no mercy, sacrifices, only wants own power, crushes what Redbeard did to you. The tyranny must end, so Avadon must end. Stop Avadon, weaken it, crush it, or it will engulf all. What did Redbeard do to me? Redbeard knew was a trap, sent you to die in Warborn lands, sent you to die here. You are a game piece to them, nevermore. I don't know what I should do. Must decide. Soon. War ending. Redbeard vulnerable. Must break Avadon. Last chance for all of us. Nice story. Now you die. Dheless smiles one final time. He opens his clenched fist. A small empty bottle falls to the ground. Yes, I die. At last, done all I can. Your turn now. This is a trick. You draw your weapon and lunge forward. Dheless has the strength left to be amused for a moment. Your blow strikes his chest, but it doesn't matter. The poison takes effect. Dheless, grand schemer, scourge of the pact, is finally dead. You cautiously approach Dheless's body, expecting another one of his countless tricks. Nothing happens. You nudge the corpse with your toe. Nothing happens. Dheless is dead. You hear footsteps to the east. Someone is coming. They're very close. You prepare to defend yourself. A tall, powerful warrior enters the grove bearing a massive blade. Two blade masters of the cave follow behind him. Because it has been so long since you have seen him well, it takes a moment to recognize him. It's Redbeard, the keeper of Avadon. Instead of leading from the rear, he has led the dangerous assault in Taiwan territory. Now he has stumbled upon this great victory. He looks down at the corpse of Dheless. Like you, he expected a trap. When he sees that all is as it seems, he readies his blade. Redbeard severs Dheless's head with one swift stroke. He then takes his grisly trophy, wraps it in rags, and deposits it in a satchel. Good, he says with a grin. Long overdue. Then he looks at you. To business. His trophy secured, Redbeard looks at you. He isn't surprised that you survived. He, in turn, looks a little stronger than when you last saw him. A tiny amount of his health has returned. He's not trembling, and his hair even has tints of its original shade. He says, Raylin, good. You succeeded in your mission. Competent as always. I can still make use of you. Thank you, Keeper. Redbeard is silent for a moment as he waits to see if you want to complain about anything. When you wisely remain silent, he nods. I admit it. You deserve a rest. We all do. Sadly, one job remains. What? Redbeard listens to the battle taking place in the distance. It is almost over. The sounds of the battle are fading. Every few seconds, the cries of one of the wounded abruptly ends. He nods approvingly. We must retake Avadon. Retake Avadon? Yes, with the death of Dheless and his conspirators, the war is over. Soon, the age of chaos will end. It has been proven that I was right all along. My judgment is sound, and only I can do the best job of protecting the pact. You are going to come to Avadon with me. We will take back our home. You want me with you? Yes, you and your assistants. You have proven yourself worthy. You have said many very foolish things to me, but you have turned out to be competent in action. You have proven yourself worthy. You are the true master of Avadon. I'm glad that someone remembers it. Follow. We will hurry back to Fort Foresight. Meet me in my chambers there. We can get back to the Black Fortress before Protus can prepare. Redbeard gives Dheless's body one last happy little kick. Then he turns and walks back the way he came. I mean, is it really going to even matter at this point? Will we level up? I mean, we didn't even make it to level 30 here. Well, whatever. I didn't even get to use the best abilities. But whatever. Maybe for future playthroughs I'll do things a little bit differently. You finally get back to Fort Foresight. Your journey out of the Taiwan Empire was far easier than the journey in. The enemy is in utter chaos. Their troops are withdrawing from the pact. Nobody there knows what is going on. The pact has not yet invaded. Your side is still trying to come to terms with the changes too. Fort Forsyth looks normal. No patrols, no enemy camps. The fort is far noisier though. You can hear the shouting and drunken carousing from here. Redbeard brought back the good news ahead of you. When you enter the fort, all the guards try to look professional again. They force themselves to walk steadily, as if you can't tell that several casks of wine have recently been opened. As soon as you leave, the soldiers will resume celebrating as if the war is finally over, which it may well be. Meanwhile, Redbeard is waiting for you in his chambers. It is pretty cool that we at least had our teammates for that fight. Yeah, future playthroughs, I'm definitely gonna do more of the quests though, so I can actually level out. Or maybe it would have been easier just going for the spell path. Yeah, or the battle skills path, I don't know. But, whatever. I think if you are going to go for the battle skills path, just make sure you have plenty of potions and elixirs handy to get buffs and boosts. Because the utility stuff is already plenty of buffs and boosts as it is. You return to the keeper's table. Again, he is staring at the maps in front of him. However, you soon realize that he isn't really looking at them. He is staring, lost. He doesn't even blink. You look at the guards, trying to figure out what is going on. They don't meet your gaze. Redbeard sits there, catatonic. Keeper? The words sound startlingly loud in the still chamber. Redbeard's eyelid twitches. He doesn't otherwise respond. What is wrong? Again, Redbeard doesn't respond. You all stand still and quiet for a long time. You need to speak with Redbeard, but you don't know how to avoid his anger. You wait, your feet start to hurt, the keeper doesn't move. You wait. 5 minutes, then 10. Finally, Redbeard blinks. His hands tremble. He returns to awareness. He looks up at you as if nothing at all was amiss. You stand very still, knowing that Redbeard can grow furious in an instant when he's like this. What, Raylan? What are you gawking at? Are you spying on me? Like a wretch? You have your orders. What else do you need? I have returned to Fort Forsyth. Where will we go now? Redbeard grins, not in a kind way. Dheless is dead. Everyone at his meeting was destroyed. The alliance of the Farlands has been sundered. The age of chaos is done. You must do 2 things. First, talk to your companions. They are being brought in outside. Decide who you can trust to accompany you. Then, at last, we will return to Avadon. He is full of energy. He staged remarkable recovery in the last few weeks. Dheless' forces knew I was a spy right away. It takes a moment for Redbeard to realize what you're talking about. What? Why are we discussing that? Yes, I knew you would be detected. I thought they would have you killed. It was a necessary sacrifice. But you lived. I am pleased. I consider the matter settled. Where are my companions? They will be in the hall just outside. Speak to them while I make my final preparations. We need to gather our strength. What should I do with my companions? Decide which of them will accompany us to Avadon. Only take those you think you can trust. Send the others away. I hope we can avoid fighting, but Protus can be stubborn. What will we do when we return to Avadon? I will resume my post as keeper. The law says that I am a keeper for life. I will claim that what I am due. You're going to try to regain control of Avadon? Of course. You thought I would do any different? Protus will submit and return to a lower rank. I say, if he doesn't submit, he will die. Are you sure you want to be keeper again? What? Want? Want does not matter. I am keeper. It is my identity, and that is the end of it. I am keeper until I die. Enough talk. Things are happening fast. Protus will be confused. This is the exact moment to strike. Go, follow your orders. Dheless has been defeated. The war will end soon. Redbeard only wants one more thing, to reclaim Avadon. Talk to all of your companions and use a portal back to Avadon to take part in the final conflict. Ooh, I wonder if I should reload another part here, but... Kalita is leaning against the pillar days, not because of her memory problems, because of what is happening. The age of chaos is almost over, Raylan. It's hard to believe it. Now Redbeard is planning to return to Avadon, yes? That promises to be quite a show. I've been told that I don't have to return. Perhaps I can return to my regular duties as a hand. I could go home to the Cava, help them rebuild, bring the Stone Code back to our lands. I want you to return to Avadon with me. Kalita thinks about this. I didn't know what I would say if you asked, until now. I hate to return with you, Raylan. Avadon is confused and it hurt me greatly. If I have a chance to prepare the Black Fortress, I must take it. But Redbeard has taken us. Redbeard wants to control Avadon again. Is that for the best? The law says that Redbeard is the true keeper. Kalita looks sick, but she knows you speak the truth. Follow the Stone Code. It would tell me to obey my oath. Maybe Redbeard will improve. I don't believe it, but I will trust you. Please be worthy of it. She turns and leaves to the east, heading for the portal to Avadon. A guard lets her through. Rudal stands in the middle of the hall, staring off into space. You expect him to be celebrating a little, but he looks grief-stricken. When he sees that you are here, he says, I am sorry, Raylan. I'm thinking of all I lost in the war. Friends, family, my brother. Now Redbeard wants our help. Yes, though he has not, for one day, been worthy of it. An oath can be a heavy burden. If I could, I would go home. We need to rebuild. We need to make peace with the rebels. I could do much good there. Well, I didn't really help him out with his quest, so... I mean, I probably could have and still be loyal to Redbeard, but... yeah, I chose not to. Return to the Wild Realm. They need you. Your response takes Rudal completely by surprise. What? I'm being given some freedom in my duties? I never expected that. It's been so long. I don't know what to do. If it is alright, I will leave now. Must take to the free roads before Redbeard changes his mind. He bows to you. Thank you, Raylan. I hope that we meet again. Good luck. He walks to the west gate. A guard lets him out. With a final wave, he turns and leaves for his new life. Hopeful at last. I don't know. I feel like that was best for him. Botan is sitting in the shadows, waiting for you. Redbeard summoned me. He is returning to Avadon. He wants allies. You are coming to see if I am suitable. Is this true? You nod. It is not what I would have chosen. War is ending, and I am tired of it. I want to fight for peace. I want to go home and help them settle their differences with Kalimdariel. I have influence, and I want to use it. But I swore an oath. If Redbeard demands my service, I must give it. I want you to return to Avadon with me. Botan nods. It will end in blood. I sense it. Yet in Svar's Peninsula, I learned there is hope. For peace. Someday, if we must fight to bring it about, it is my duty. Yet, we return with Redbeard. He wants all of his power back. I don't know if I trust our keeper. I'm sorry, but it is true. Is he worthy of our support? Redbeard finally has a chance to bring peace and order. We must help him. Peace and order are not Redbeard's way. At least that's what I have seen. Still, you have earned my trust. If you would see him remain keeper, I will serve him still. He turns and leaves to the east, heading for the portal to Avadon. A guard lets him through. You find Nathalie in the far end of the hall. She paces around nervously, muttering to herself and rubbing her wounded arm. She is not pleased to see you. Ah, Raylan, I was expecting you. I was set free. I can explore at last, look for ways to help the pack like a free hand, even continue my studies, master my craft, what I want more than anything. But you are here. You are going to suck me back in, trap me in the Black Fortress again. I'm sure of it. Let your studies wait. I am going to Avadon. I want you at my side. She freezes, unsure what to do. Finally, she nods. I am unfinished. It is so hard to be below my potential. Yet the library in Svar's Peninsula helped. I have more power. I owe it to you to use it. Yet I don't feel ready. I could be so much more. Is this necessary? You will never escape your duty, Nathalie. Redbeard needs your support. She thinks about this for a while, taking her time making her decision. Finally, she says, maybe I have been questing for the wrong power all along. Redbeard gives me such authority and I hunt for magic tricks instead. Alright, Raylan, I will trust you. Take me back to Avadon. If anyone can help me meet my potential, Redbeard can. She turns and leaves to the east, heading for the portal to Avadon. A guard lets her through. Selena sits with her back to the pillar. She's doing what she always does when she's nervous. She has her tools out and she's tinkering with some little bit of machinery. She looks up at you and smiles. So, Raylin, sounds like the war is over. I guess we won. Redbeard said we're free to go off and do what is best. Look for missions. Fight for the pack. Regular hand stuff. I think that means I can finally go off and do research. I want to learn about how the thinking constructs, understand how they work. Maybe even, with Hanvar's council permission, make a few. I'm going to Avadon. I want you at my side. She puts away her tools and stands up. I suppose my work can wait. My research into the thinking construct. She sighs. I thought the war was over. Your war is not over. We are sworn to serve Redbeard and we must obey. Yes, you were given command of me. I will obey. For a few more hours. Redbeard returning to the Black Fortress. I think this will be a show worth seeing. She turns and leaves to the east, heading for the portal to Avadon. A guard lets her through. Okay, I'm predicting we're going to get quite a bit of dialogue here if they move out of my way. What the heck? Okay, so Redbeard's not on the throne. Okay, I went ahead and took the others apart from Rudo. When you round the corner, you see Redbeard and his escorts waiting by a portal. You are just in time to see them step through it. The Keeper has returned to Avadon. The final battle has begun. Okay, since I'm predicting a lot of dialogue in this final part, let's go ahead and save the game right here, and I'll see you all until then.